You might be overweight and think that's a health problem, which it fucking is, but you might not even realise how much it is damaging your testosterone, because being overweight converts your male sex hormone into the female sex hormone. I'm going to explain the problem to you very briefly, because it's not that complicated, but most importantly, I'm going to give you a solution so you can stop being fat, fix your health, fix all your health markers, get higher testosterone, look better, have more confidence, and so on and so forth. What is the problem? When you have a higher body fat percentage, anything that is above 15 to 20% body fat, you're experiencing something called aromatization. And what this is the conversion of testosterone, the primary male sex hormone, into estrogen, which is the primary female sex hormone. And this is because in fat tissue, there's an enzyme called aromatase. And the more fat tissue you have, the more aromatization you're going to experience. The higher body fat you are, the higher your estrogen is going to be and the lower your testosterone is going to be, which makes men have the gyno with puffy nipples and fat around the waist and places where it doesn't need to be. We need to get below 15% body fat, in my opinion, but not below 10% body fat, because that's too low and you actually start to kill your testosterone after that. But you now understand the problem with being overweight and having loads of fat. More importantly, how do we fix this? It's very, very simple, and I'm going to outline the basic principle first, and then these are all going to be actionable things that you can do to help this, basically. How do we lose fat? Thermodynamics, we cannot deny this. It is about being in a calorie deficit. It's not about cutting out certain foods or anything like that. Obviously, it can help, but the ultimate determinant of whether you're going to lose fat is going to be whether you're in a calorie deficit. And a calorie deficit is when you're consuming less calories than your body is expending in a day as energy. Say your body burns 2,000 calories in a day, but you eat 1,500 calories in a day. Your body is going to find that energy from your fat stores, and over time, you're in a calorie deficit for long enough. This is how we lose fat. What are some things we can do to make being in a calorie deficit easier? Well, the first one is steps / walking. There are so many benefits to walking. It's such an underrated fat loss and health hack. I do 10,000 steps a day. I do it as 70,000 steps a week. Set yourself a daily step goal, because you're going to lower your cortisol by walking. You're going to burn extra calories, helping the calorie deficit while not depleting your carbohydrate stores. That's the problem with running compared to walking. It leaves you hungry as fuck, whereas walking doesn't really do that. But if you do this, it makes a calorie deficit much easier. Number 2 is strength train. Go in the gym 3 to 5 times a week and lift some heavy weights, because this is going to improve your metabolic efficiency. You're going to burn more calories at rest as well, and you're actually going to build muscle in this fat loss process as well. And strength training increases your testosterone. Third tip is intermittent fasting. I don't think this is as crazy as a health hack as people make it out to be, but if you stop eating at maybe 6 p.m, allowing yourself to actually digest your food before you go to bed, and you eat at 11 to 12 p.m, lunchtime, it just helps constrict that eating window, because you'll find that after a while you don't even want to eat till lunchtime, because your body adapts and you'll actually start to feel hungry at lunchtime rather than eating first thing in the morning. You've only got a 6-hour period to eat, something like that. Try intermittent fasting. It works for me. I don't like eating till lunchtime. I don't like eating past 6 p.m. And it's just another way to constrict them calories, making sure that you stay in a deficit. And my final point, you probably don't think relates to fat loss, but it really does, is sleep. It is a performance enhancing drug. It determines how you operate day to day. It's the number one most important thing in your life. If you're not sleeping properly, getting quality sleep, you are messing up your entire life. Because what happens when you get, let's say 5 hours of shit sleep? Well, your hunger hormones, so you've got ghrelin and leptin. These are 2 hunger hormones. Leptin signals to your brain how full you are. Ghrelin signals to your brain that it wants food and that you're hungry. If you don't sleep properly, these are going to be all over the place, and that's the problem. And then you've also got things like your cortisol is going to be all over the place. You're going to have less willpower, and you're going to fall into bad habits, and then you're going to end up eating shit and doing all the things that you shouldn't be doing, therefore leading to you just eating like shit, not being in a calorie deficit, and not getting down to this 15% body fat that we want to get down to, or sub 15% body fat that we want to get down to, so we can stop converting our testosterone into estrogen. Because why the fuck would we want that? I don't know, but that is all I've got for this video today. This is something I teach guys inside of the High Testosterone Blueprint, and if you want the full system to naturally optimize your testosterone, you can go and check it out. It's an early access price at the moment. Completely transform your testosterone levels naturally. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found some value from it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.